Thanks for... Tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
Now here's Wright. Wembanyama outside. A terrific shot on the turnaround.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Now here's Wright for three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
And the shot goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Here's Wembanyama. Banchero with the screen. Wembanyama, no good. Here's the fast break. Wembanyama leading the way. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Back to Wembanyama. Launches it. Coulibaly, no good.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Yep, that one goes in there. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
It's Wembanyama at the elbow. A wide open look here for Wright. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Drives to the hoop.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's Banchero following the score by Albuquerque. Just 5 on the clock. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Here's Wright. Pass to Kamare. Wembanyama, a screen. Here's Banchero. Three-pointer. Second shot opportunity. And that one's good. Wembanyama's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Here's Kamare. Tries it from the top of the key. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 7 points for Victor Wembanyama.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
And Caro makes it off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Right from outside. No good on that one.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Wright. He's got 5. On the wing, Koulibaly. Back to Wright. The 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wright's got 8 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's right on the wing. Kicks it out to Banchero. Pass to Koulibaly. Here's Kamara. Wembanyama looking it over. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Up 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This will give them a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The open shot by Brewer. He squares up and sinks it.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And it's blocked. Pass to Ellison. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. To the wing right side. 3-pointer. Rebound by Albuquerque. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
What a fighter. Whitmore was determined to get that to go.
Albuquerque shooting their first free throw of the game. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Chalmers. Pops in the layup for 2. Chalmers has got his first basket.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Pass to Abdul-Rahim. 6 to shoot. Here's Mobo, covered by Brewer. And oh, here we go with Brewer. Nobody back. Here's Chalmers. Here's Ellison. Chalmers with it. Now defended by Whitmore. It's deflected. And here we go, Albuquerque. Fast break. Oh, that's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chalmers. Here's Ellison. Pass to Mobo. Now Whitmore, covered by Brewer. Here's Mobo.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's Chalmers. Brewer with the ball. And stolen by Whitmore. Out of bounds. It'll be Albuquerque's ball.
Albuquerque ball.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Richardson outside. Pass to Whitmore. 5 on the clock. On this that time would have put him up. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of basketball. There's the drive. Here's Mobo. He has yet to score. On the wing, Brewer. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And Albuquerque with the possession. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Mobo. Kicks it out to Richardson. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Good on the shot. Mobo's got the game tied up here for Albuquerque.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Ellison. Chalmers looking around. Pass to Ellison. Pocket 2. Rebound by Albuquerque.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
35 seconds left in the first half. Chalmers outside. Now here's Reddish. Here's the screen. Offline with his 3.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Pass to Ellison. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. It's deflected. Here's Abdul Rahim. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Albuquerque out in front, ending the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Good on the three-point shot.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Now, right. And he makes good on the layup. Wright's got 10 points in the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Albuquerque shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
And the biggest reason Banchero went first overall, Paolo brings you playmaking ability at 6'10". He's got a very rare skill set for that size.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
They get it back. Back to Coulibaly. There's the screen. A wide open look here for Wright. Offensive rebound. Back to Banchero. Just 4 to shoot. They shoot again. He gets it in there. Banchero's got the lead up to 8 now for Albuquerque. Here's Wright. Wright throws it down.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
There's the triple. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Albuquerque leading by 6. Stolen away. And they're pushing it up. Here's Wright. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Kamara. Banchero right side. From outside the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Banchero's got 7 points for the quarter.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
They set the pick from downtown, and Koulibaly gets it to go. Koulibaly's got 5 now.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And so here's the home team. Pass to Ellison. Back to Chalmers. Here's the 3. Rebound by Albuquerque.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Richardson, good.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Chalmers outside. Nailed from three-point land. He has 5.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Richardson outside. There's a whistle. He's going to go on Corey Brewer. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
58 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. Abdul Rahim can't hit. Here's the break. Here's Mobo. Still without a basket. Here's Ellison. Pass to Mobo. Shot from the wing. And the basket by Brewer. Albuquerque leading by 4. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Whitmore with it. 6 points for him. Bangs home the trifecta.
3 points.
Whitmore's got 9. Here's Reddish. On the wing, Brewer. Fires the 3. Connects from three-point range. Here's Whitmore. 9 points in the game so far. And it's blocked. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Looking for a breather. And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Here's Brewer. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Albuquerque out in front. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. This is Chalmers up top. Pass to Reddish. Here's Brewer. Here's Ellison. Back to Brewer. Just 5 to shoot. And the three ball is good.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Now Richardson. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Puts up a three. Tries again. Here's Mobo. Out to the wing. Here's Abdul-Rahim. And he drives in. Yes, that goes in. Abdul-Rahim's got his first points of the game.
Oh, nice dive to the rim. Abdul-Rahim just possesses outstanding mobility for a guy with his size.
There's a good screen. Tipped away. And here we go. Fast break, and Whitmore's got it. Richardson gets a wide open look. Mobo with the rebound. Out of bounds. It'll be Albuquerque's ball.
Albuquerque ball. Substitution on the court.
Albuquerque leading by 3. Count that one. Hope.
Nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Here's Wright. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Well, you got to love their aggressiveness on the offensive glass. They have just refused to give up on any of the plays.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Wembanyama, a screen. Shoots the 3. Wembanyama, what a high release on the 3.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Here's Banchero. From past the arc. And it's Victor Wembanyama with the 3.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Outside for Wembanyama. Here's Banchero. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Banchero getting a nice taste of it right there.
And Wright throws it down hard.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Pass to Coulibaly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Albuquerque needs to get a shot off. A 3 from Wembanyama. Brewer grabs the board. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Kamara. The kick out to right. Back to Banchero. Banchero with the screen. To the wing on the left. This one for three. It's good from beyond the arc.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Pass to Banchero.
Used to these big moments from his college days. Banchero's heartbeat should stay low here.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions. Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Wembanyama. Beyond the arc. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Albuquerque with the possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Banchero. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
And so now the timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
And so Albuquerque takes the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know,
NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines.
Here we go.
Here's Wright. Fires the three. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. And here's Albuquerque now. Here's Kamari.
Away team foul. Kamari. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Kamari. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Banchero. Connects on the 17-footer.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Right. Pass to Kamari. And he packs it down right in the face of Victor Wembanyama.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Banchero with it. And stolen by Banchero. He goes up. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Using his defense to generate his offense. Banchero being rewarded for hustling on defense.
Here's Wright. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Wembanyama screen. Banchero outside. That three's off the mark.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And he dunks it down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Oh, ferocious on the attack. Once Wembanyama gets into the lane, the defense is done.
Wembanyama screen. Clock at 6. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Here's Kamari. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And there's 1:38 left in the opening quarter. Outside Koulibaly. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on DeLon Wright. And he makes a first.
At the line for the away team.
It's both from the stripe.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Koulibaly from deep three-point land. From beyond the arc and then some.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Wembanyama screen. And that one's good. Koulibaly.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Away team.
And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
1:04 left in the first quarter of the game. Right with the bucket.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Here's Banchero. He takes it in. Outside for Wembanyama. They set the pick. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Wembanyama screen. The 3 from Banchero. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Banchero no good. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Banchero. Pass to Kamari. Koulibaly on the wing. Stolen by Wembanyama. Now here's Koulibaly. Over Wembanyama. Oh, and the release was before the buck. But it's off target. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far.
14.
Leading by. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Now here's Richardson. Here's Ellison. 4 on the clock. Beyond the arc. And Josh Richardson good for 3. Richardson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Ellison. Here's Brewer. Here's Mobo. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Mobo. Outside Whitmore. Tries again. Ellison grabs the board. Here's Mobo. Outside Reddish. Here's Chalmers. Guarded by Richardson. Jacks up a 3. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. And here they come. There's the 3. Abdul Rahim, no good. Here's Brewer. No made baskets yet. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Here's Richardson. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Pass to Brewer. defensively by Whitmore. Now Richardson. Here's Mobo. Let's go with a three. Here's Ellison. To the wing on the left. It's picked off. It's a one-on-one situation. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Pass to Chalmers. The three. It's rebounded by Abdul Rahim. On the wing, Whitmore. Knocked away. Five on the clock. This one for three. Pure from three-point range. Whitmore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Brewer. There's the screen. Floats one up. Here's Mobo. Here's Brewer. No points yet. To the wing, right side. Here's Chalmers. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ellison. Here's Abdul Rahim. Outside Whitmore. Here's Abdul Rahim. Reddish covering. Abdul Rahim, no good. Here's Chalmers. Takes the three. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now. 12 seconds left in the second. Pass to Whitmore. Here's Abdul Rahim. Here's the three. And the three-pointer goes. Abdul Rahim's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
23.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Albuquerque calls timeout.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just one or two major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And here's Albuquerque now. There's a screen. Pass to Kamari. Three-pointer. They get it back. Now Banchero. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Outside Coulibaly. Just 5 to shoot. From deep, Wembanyama. Pass to right. Here's the pick.
Away team. Foul. Kamari. personal foul. First team foul.
Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. 6 on the shot clock. Wembanyama screen. Second chance shot. And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
Pass to Coulibaly. Right outside. Here's Kamare. He gets it in there.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Here's Coulibaly. Hits the three-pointer. Coulibaly's got 6 points.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Pass to Wright. For 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Here's Kamare. Fires it. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Banchero outside. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. They set the screen. Coulibaly drains the triple. He's got 7.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Here's Wright. Here he goes.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Don't sleep on Banchero's ability as a creator. He wants the best shot possible, even if it's not his own.
2 minutes.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Wright. Pass to Wembanyama. Wemby using those long strides in transition.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
And stolen by Banchero. Fast break, here we go. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Substitution on the court.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Here's Brewer. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Albuquerque calls timeout. On offense, here's Albuquerque. They trail by 7. Here's Richardson on the take. Chalmers with a rebound. Oh, stolen by Richardson. Ooh, poked away. Here's the break. Up ahead. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Will it go? Here's Richardson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
43 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Chalmers. 5 points in the game. And he slams it in one-handed.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Chalmers. Pass to Brewer. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Abdul Rahim. Outside Whitmore. The three ball. Gets a hand on it. We're at the end of the third quarter. And we've still got a close one. They lead by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Here's Brewer. Pass to Ellison. Here's Chalmers. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
At the line for the away team.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Whitmore. To the inside. Oh, he misses the dunk. Outside Reddish. Pass to Mobo. Now Reddish. Shot clock at 6. Whistle blows. Yep. That's going to be a travel. Richardson with it.
Away team foul.
So both teams making some changes here.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Outside Koulibaly. Nice move. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
It's on Bilal Koulibaly. And he drops the first.
At the line for 2. Koulibaly.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Koulibaly. First personal foul. Second team foul.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. And there's a pick. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Right. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, put so much pressure on the defense.
Pass to Kamari. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. And here's Wembanyama. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Wembanyama with it. Now Wright defending. It's stolen by Wright. Pass to Whitmore. They set the pick to take the lead. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Over to the wing. And here comes the break. From deep, Wembanyama. Oh, look at Wemby covering some ground with those long strides. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several. Wow!
Yeah, nice dime from Banchero there, wanting to work it over to his teammates whenever he can.
Banchero the screen.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Wembanyama. Clock at 4. Pulls up. Yep, right through the net. Wembanyama's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:36 left in the final quarter. Back to Koulibaly. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Wright from the arc. It's rebounded by Banchero.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Koulibaly with it. Now Wright defending. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his 3rd foul so far. Here's Banchero. Banchero. Oh, aggressive dunk by Banchero.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments. Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to have.
Outside Wembanyama. Right outside. Banchero outside. 5 to shoot. Offline with a 3.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Wembanyama screen. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul.
He sinks the clutch free throw. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Outside Wembanyama. 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It's off. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
And timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. All right, guys. What's your take?
Not much time left. You think they have a chance to come back?
Here's Brewer. And nails the tray.
The ideal pass for that situation. Great instincts.
So Albuquerque wins it. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous...
One. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. And it's going to be Honolulu off the tip. Now Daniels. Pass to Koulibaly. Banchero with the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Now Ayton shoots the 3. And the rejection by Ayton. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Irving. It's stolen. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Outside Jackson. His three-pointers off the mark.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
They get it back. Three-pointer, Daniels. Good on the triple. Daniels has got 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Jackson. Right outside. 6 on the shot clock. Ayton a screen. Right wing. Back to right. Over Brewer. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And here's Daniels. He's got 6. Now here's 8. 6 to shoot. Ayton a screen. Brewer. Offensive rebound. Knocked loose. Pushing it up. And the dunk by Jackson.
Love watching Jackson on the receiving end of the alley-oops. He definitely won the athletic lottery.
Here's Daniels. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Julius Irving.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Both free throws good from Daniels. And so here's the home team. They trail by 6. Here's Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Ayton the screen. On the wing, Brewer. Ayton the screen. Clock at 4. Brewer, good.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
In the corner, it's Koulibaly. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. From the arc. And again, it's Honolulu from deep.
And I'll tell you what, stretch bigs are getting bigger. Ayton, Embiid, Big Cat. This is the future.
Now, here is Irving. It's stolen by Banchero. Pass to Brewer. Ayton a screen. Down low. Over right. And off the prior, and in it goes. Ayton's got 5.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. There's 1:17 left in the first. To the right side. Back to right. Pass to Ayton. Right side Jackson. The kick out to Irving. There's the three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Ayton the screen. And it's Banchero missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Wright. Ayton the screen. And Wright throws it down hard.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Outside Irving. Launches a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Daniels. Yep, that one goes.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
A wide open look here. It's good!
He did it!
Wow, what a way to finish up the court.
Yeah, that's 1 in 100 type shot. But hey, that is what...
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Honolulu.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart play.
2 on the clock. A nice shot by Irving. Daniels with it. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, big-time dunk by Banchero. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
They set the screen. Misses the three. Pass to Ayton. Back to Wright. Ayton with it. The kick out to Irving. On the wing, Koulibaly. Back to Irving. Fires the three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Honolulu leading by 4. On the wing, Daniels. He's got 10. To the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
Now Daniels. Here's Koulibaly. Lets the three fly. Hits it from three-point range. Koulibaly's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And right, here we go. Pass to Irving. Outside for Jackson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's just unfair. 6'11" Jackson just sinking threes. I guess this is the new NBA.
Here's Daniels. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Koulibaly with it. The kick out to Wright. Ayton the screen. Jackson in the corner. Fires it up. No good. That would have tied it. There's 1:59 left now here in the second. And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, There's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
Here's Wright. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. This is his first free throw of the game.
First team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. And Irving pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Traps in the tray. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
So Honolulu calls timeout. They're first. Honolulu trails by 3. And here is Chalmers. And he's good on the 3-ball.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Chalmers outside. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Ellison, no good. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. The 3 from Chalmers. Mobo with the rebound. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Back to Chalmers. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. Pass to De Silva. Mobo with the rebound. Here's Ellison. Over Reddish. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Now, here's Chalmers. Stolen by Chalmers. It's stolen by Reddish. Here's De Silva. Still scoreless. Pass to Mobo. Clock at 6. Here's De Silva. Off target from outside.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
For the lead, Reddish's shot is good. Reddish has got his team on the board first here in the second half for Honolulu. Pass to De Silva. Back to Chalmers. And stolen by Chalmers. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Honolulu from deep.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
That one goes in.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And there's the drive. And Chalmers slams it in.
just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Banked in off the glass. Chalmers has got 6 here in this quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Mobo. Pass to Ellison. Now Chalmers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Honolulu needs to get off a shot. Second shot opportunity. And that one's good, Ellison. Ellison's got his first points in this one.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
There's a good screen. Now Chalmers. Here's De Silva. Good. It's Chalmers with the assist that time.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Chalmers looking around. To the inside. Ellison. Had a hand on it. Pass to De Silva. For the lead. Three-pointer. Mobo with the rebound. And here's Honolulu. And he banks in the layup. And Honolulu leads by 2.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Chalmers with it. 8 points for him. And stolen by Chalmers. Three-pointer. They get it again. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
There's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Chalmers. He's got 6. Here's the screen to the paint. Here's Ellison.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Outside Irving. Floats one. The rebound by Shepard. Honolulu leading by 4. And stolen by Wright.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Irving for 3. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Honolulu leads by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And here's Honolulu. The lead is 2. Pass to Brewer. Back to Daniels. Ayton a screen. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And Honolulu leads by 4.
Assertive basketball. Ayton getting after it on the offensive glass, using his size to his advantage.
There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That is his first foul of the game. Honolulu on D. Irving looking over the floor. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ayton. Another shot. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And this is where Ayton does the most damage. Inside, feels like he can score on anyone. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Koulibaly, right outside. In the corner, Irving with it. Daniels with it. He's picked up by Irving. Pass to Brewer. Outside Irving. The 3. Buries it from three-point range.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Banchero with the screen. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That'll be his second foul of the game. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Honolulu on D. They've led by as much as 10. Right, looking around. Shot clock at 6. Over Ayton. And it's Wright missing. Honolulu leading by 3. Pass to Brewer. There's the triple. Connects from three-point range.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Now, Koulibaly. He's defended by Koulibaly. Back to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
This is why they give Ayton the ball in these spots. They trust him and his ability to deliver.
Pass to Brewer. Honolulu passing it around. That 3 off the mark. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the 4th. Wright with it. Jackson with the screen. And finished off by Wright.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
On the wing, Koulibaly. Back to Banchero. Over Jackson. Hits some room on the way in, and the bucket's good. And Honolulu leads by 4. And right, here we go. Ball stolen. Here and slam it down!
Yeah, that...
Oh, did you see that?
I'm speechless.
Oh, man. They get it back. Outside Jackson. And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That's his first foul.
14 foul.
44 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Snatched up. Pass to Koulibaly. Over Koulibaly. It drops. And now they trail by just 4. And so it's Honolulu with it. Ayton wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Here's Irving. Yes! Poked away and stolen by Wright. Back to Jackson. Pass to Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
This is how you completely steal the momentum. It's clear who is in control of the game right now.
Here's Koulibaly. Count it! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer. Timeout called, Honolulu.
Substitution on the court.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time.
Substitution on the court.
Irving for three. Can't get the three to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Right outside. Pass to Mobo. The kick out to Wright. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Mobo. There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Left side Jackson. Fires top of the key. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And so it's Honolulu with it. Pass to Daniel. We play just over a minute here in OT. Bankero outside. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Outside Jackson. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
Here's Irving. And a slam dunk by Irving.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
And here's Bankero. Back to Daniels. Irving with the steal. To the inside. Mobile. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Daniels from outside. Laces one from three.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Over to the wing. Pass to Mobo. Back to right. Good! And you can feel the crowd react as one.
Guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire building.
Timeout called, Honolulu. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now, here's Banchero. And Daniels now top of the key. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Koulibaly. Fires for 3. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. Here's Hayton. Can't get it to fall. And so they get the victory here at home. They had to scrape it. Now here's Wright. Pass to Ayton. Irving with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Count it.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Three-pointer, Daniels. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Now Koulibaly. Ayton a screen. Outside Jackson. Back to Koulibaly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Irving from long range. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. Corner shot. And the shot is long. Wright looking around. Ayton a screen. Oh, Ayton in position. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Banchero. Honolulu, no good that time either. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here he goes. Pass to Ayton. Puts up a deep three. From beyond the arc and then some.
DeAndre Ayton happy to shoot at that range. Nice stroke.
Right. That's a two-pointer. Now Koulibaly. Ayton a screen. Launches it. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Now Jackson. Following the miss by DeAndre Ayton from deep. And even 3-on-3 break. Koulibaly, no good. Launches the three. And Koulibaly gets it to go. Koulibaly's got 6.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Right side. Outside Jackson. Back to Ayton. Irving with the ball. Picked up by Banchero. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Koulibaly. And they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Daniels. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
That one is no good. Wright with it. He has yet to score. Takes it inside. And Wright throws it down hard.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Koulibaly. To the inside. Wants to get it to Brewer and does. 6 on the shot clock. on the way from Irving for three. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Got that one up quick. Daniels has got 9.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Now, Koulibaly. Puts up a deep three. They get it again. Three-pointer. It's good from long range. And it's a tie ball game. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
17.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, for Honolulu, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Here's Wright, and finished off by Wright.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Drills it from outside. Daniels has got the lead up to 3 now for Honolulu.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Wright. And Wright throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Pass to Ayton. Here's Koulibaly.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the NBA is truly an international league. I mean, look no further than DeAndre Ayton, hailing from the Bahamas.
Well, you love that him and Buddy Hield carrying the torch for their home country. Ayton is actually the second first overall pick from the Bahamas, the first one being the great Michael Thompson. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul. Checking in for the away team. Number 33.
Ayton the screen. And here's Covington from the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Covington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Daniel from outside. Pass to Ayton. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity. And the shot goes in. Ayton's got 5 points so far.
Ayton pouring a foundation there on the inside, just living in the paint.
And it's slammed in by Brewer. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Ayton. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
They set the pick. Here's Mobo. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Second team foul.
That's on Jaren Jackson. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Honolulu.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
We should also mention how hard they've been working on the offensive glass, just coming up with second chance scoring opportunities. Those can be deflating.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
The three from Chalmers. Pass to Reddish. Takes a three. They shoot again. And that one's good, Ellison. Ellison's got his first 2 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Now, here's Chalmers. .115 left to play here in the half. The shot, no good. Irving looking over the floor. And the three off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Reddish. This one for three. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Substitution for the away team. Number 15, Mario Chalmers.
And here is Irving. He's got 9. And Irving throws it down.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
And that one's good, Ellison. Ellison's got the lead up to 8 now for Honolulu. This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Irving.
A great athlete and an even better human being. It's easy to love Julius Irving. What he brings to this team and also what he brings to the community.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Shepard with the ball. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Honolulu leading by 9. Here's Chalmers, and he lays it straight in. Chalmers has got his team on the board first here in the second half for Honolulu. Here's Chalmers off with the layup.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Honolulu passing it around. And here's Chalmers for 3. Mobo with the rebound. It's deflected. It's tipped. Out of bounds as Honolulu keeps possession.
Somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Now, here's Chalmers. Sweet move. And Chalmers slams it in.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And the basket by Chalmers. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Pass to Mobo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now, here's Chalmers. He's got 7. Pass to Shepard. From deep. Rebounded by Covington. Over to the wing. Here's the 3. They get the rebound. Chalmers outside. And the wide open shot from Reddish. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Reddish has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Ellison. Up again. It's good on the putback. And Honolulu leads by 11.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Back to Chalmers. Here's Mobo. Makes it off the glass.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Mobo can't hit.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Honolulu leading by 6. With the drive to the left side wing. And stolen by Chalmers. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's De Silva. Drains the jumper to finish the break.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ball game.
Now, here's Reddish. From outside, off the mark. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Honolulu, no good that time either. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Mobo. Pocket 6. There's the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Honolulu. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Mobo gets the basket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's De Silva. Back to Reddish. 4 on the clock. Covington inside the line. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. They've led by as many as 14 points. Driving in. Pass to Shepard. Here's Ellison. And again, it's Honolulu from deep.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Honolulu leads by 10. And we're coming back in just a... Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Now, Wright. And finished off by Wright.
And your point guard's gotta be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And here's Daniels. Pass to Koulibaly. Here's Brewer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And Honolulu leads by 11.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
First team foul.
So it's the visitors now. Outside Jackson. Pass to Coulibaly. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Ayton rolls to the hoop for two at 7-1, very fluid.
The kick out to Wright. Ayton a screen. Back to Wright. Jacks up a three. 6 to shoot. Irving from long range. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Brewer's shot is off. Fast break. Here they come. Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. And then Irving slams it in.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Ayton with it. Pass to Wright. And Wright throws it down.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Coulibaly. And just miss after miss right now. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. And here is Wright. Back to Coulibaly. Outside Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Down low. And it's Brewer finishing it off.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Back to Irving. Right outside. Fires the three. Hits it from three-point range. Wright's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Sinks the triple.
How about that? Ayton showing why he was picked first overall. That's a reason.
Ayton the screen. Outside Jackson. Back to Coulibaly. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And stolen by Ayton. There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Irving. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Just 5 to shoot. Right from outside. Outside Jackson. They set the pick. Pass to Wright. Ayton in the corner to take the lead. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
That's a nice contest. That's not going to show up in the box score, but Ayton bothered that shot.
Timeout called, Honolulu. intentional fouls. Another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And stolen by Wright.
And that steal could not have been more important, guys. They had to make a play right then, right there.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3 ball.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Both free throws good for Irving. And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. What do you think we're going to see here?
Well, you need the 3 here. A quick one. I mean, very quick. Has to be catch and shoot. One fluid motion. A very difficult shot, but it is definitely not impossible.
So, Thunder who wins it.